Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, October 31st. It's 8:31 or 8:34 a.m. Eastern Central or Eastern Standard. Yeah, I need coffee. I wanted to come on today to do a quick live and talk about keynotes and jokes and the power of language. I attended the DevLearn conference in Vegas, which, for those who don't know it, is like Disneyland for learning and development people. It's just a tremendously wonderful exercise in you know, learning new things and meeting new people and learning technology and having wonderful dinners. It's amazing. And the learning guild that runs it is a phenomenal group of people. There was a really great keynote speaker, and I have some concerns about his keynote. So I wanted to come on and talk about it because it's making me think about how I'm going to be tuning my speeches to audiences. So there was a scientist who is phenomenally experienced in brain science and has written many, many books and is just, my dog is helping me do a live. Thank you, Angel. Um, at one point, in the very beginning, I tweeted out that, this was tremendous because his delivery, and his jokes, and it was like all landing beautifully. And it was obviously very well rehearsed. He's very intelligent. And I tweeted out, this is fantastic. And not a minute later, he made a joke about being retarded. And I remember thinking, oh, you're one of those people. Okay. And it shifted how I saw the rest of his presentation. Now, understand, please, that most of the audience didn't register the joke. Some laughed. Some people were offended enough that they snuck out the back, and some people stayed and were mad. But mostly it didn't really register. For me, I was just profoundly disappointed. And that's because when I was a kid, very briefly, there was a window in which I had a best friend, a really close friend named Billy, who was the same age I was mentally, and his body happened to be a lot older. He was one of my mom's profoundly retarded patients. And he's a sweet, wonderful human being, and he was a great kid. And he just happened to be a great kid in a 6'3" body. And I remember the last letter I got from him because he would write me these letters because he was in an institution for profoundly retarded people. So I didn't see him that often, but he would write me these detailed letters in different colored inks. And it was just incredibly sweet and kind. And the last one I got kind of broke my heart a little because I think I was 8 at the time and I was older than he was then. And he was staying the same age and I wasn't. So when I heard that joke, I mostly felt just a sense of, oh, all right, disappointment and being a little annoyed. And now what it's making me wonder is how much you should tune your keynotes or your speeches because it is really hard to customize too much to an audience. It makes there definitely is an issue there. However, I'm certain that had the speaker thought, hey, maybe I should check my speech, that the people who run this event, they have tremendous back knowledge of all the audience and the demographics and the people, and I mean, phenomenally. And I don't think it ever came up because this is a profoundly experienced speaker. He's written multiple books. He's been doing this forever. And so he's kind of a generation, not age, an educational generation that I don't think it ever occurred to him that maybe parts of his speech, a part of his speech might land badly with this audience, and perhaps he should have taken it out. So I wanted to bring that up because I wanted all of us to just take a little time this morning and think about what you want to do. Because you don't have to change your work to suit an audience. And if you take everything out that might possibly offend somebody, you'll never be able to say anything. That said, I don't really see the value in making a joke about retardation. I don't see it adding to anything. I don't think it helped. I understand, I think, where he was coming from. And it wasn't a place of viciousness at all or cruelty. It was just not an awareness. But again, disappointed. And to be super clear, I'm not disappointed in DevLearn at all. They are phenomenal people. The event is an amazing event. It's just now that I'm, you know, trying to get on more keynote stages. Thank you, Angel. So helpful. Now that I'm trying to get on more keynote stages, I'm thinking about this stuff. And since my dog is helping, I'm going to sign off now. Bye, everybody.